What brings you out here? Like, what would you say, what issues, like, resonate the most deeply with you and to motivate you to come to a situation like this?
Economic injustice, I think, would have to come first. And because we're old, we think maybe there's some things that we can do that will make it better for the younger ones. We can get arrested.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. We can be a support, but we want to be holding hands with the Claremont College kids and so forth.
Is there a certain sense of nostalgia that you feel when you come to a situation like this?
He does.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, my parents too, they'll say, you know, like it's like the 60s have like a certain sense of it, or at least a lot of the younger generations now are certainly kind of like filling the shoes that their parents had walked in.
I think that's really true. I think the difference, one of the significant differences though, is that the protests, the anti-war protests of the 60s and 70s were really more out of a place of some privilege, you know, whereas this is really dealing with serious economic issues.
It's a much larger umbrella.
And greed. And I mean, it's the same systems that tie it together, but I think that's a significant difference.
I noticed in Oakland in particular what a wonderfully diverse crowd it was in every way.
We were just over there. It was fantastic.
We can't go till tomorrow again.
Is it still going now?
Yeah, it's at the foreclosed home now.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try and find
How about Berkeley?
Berkeley was a little quiet. Berkeley, outside of the campus, a little depressing. It seems like it's pretty much just, you know, a lot of drug use, a lot of homeless people. But, you know, at the campus, there's, you know, there are teach-ins, people are getting together, and
I'm thinking what's happening with the colleges is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, it is all very well.
They're doing in LA, they're doing a free university, and they're teaching economics classes, you know, so we can learn what the forces are.
Yeah, it's the same at Berkeley.
Yeah.
They have a free university.
Yeah.
So where do you hope this will go? Like, ideally, what do you what outcome would best suit everybody, would you say?
Well, I think it's important, you know, to really shine the light on what's happening generally, and I think that's the great advantage of what this movement has done, and it's, you know, captured attention and imagination. Just, I think people will start paying attention. You know, I think one hopes that politicians will, as well as just regular old folks. You know,
when you hear that all the mayors are talking to each other and trying to decide how not to get bad publicity, well, that helps.
Well, through your experiences here, have you heard any sort of dialogue that really kind of like hits you, where you're like, well, wow, that really sounds like a plausible, realistic solution to a lot of our problems?
Not yet. I haven't.
But that's okay, I think. Because there's not a leader, or the unions aren't in charge, or it's going to take time. I assume that it varies in every arena, every city, what the particular issues are, as well as the overarching issues of the financial world.